Greetings and welcome back to a new video, guys. So this video is by popular demand. Some of you guys want to know how many units of electricity does this LG dual inverter AC consume in about 1 month. Now guys, before we start the video, if you like my content, make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube and hit that bell icon so that you can get notifications to my latest uploads. And do follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. All the links are down in the video description. And if you are wondering, this is a 1.5 ton LG dual inverter AC rated at 4 stars, and this one is about 3 years old, and I've done a full in-depth review video of this AC, so if you want to check that out, link is over here. Starting from 7th June, I think this is the best time to do an energy consumption test because we are in the middle of peak summers, and I really mean peak summers because look at the temperatures. So every day it's like 45 degrees, it does not go below 40 degrees, and you can see Monday's prediction is 47 degrees Celsius for New Delhi. So this is really as hot it gets over here. So right now you can see it's 1:30 AM and it's still 32 degrees Celsius. And the outside temperature right now is also 32.3 degrees Celsius. So the temperature sensor is right outside over there. So before I show the results, I think there are a few things that you guys should know about my room. Number one, the size of my room. This room is about 160 square feet in size. I think you can probably tell it's a fairly large room. And number two, I live on the top floor, so that wall and the ceiling gets direct sun. Next, number three, you guys should know about the heat load in my room. The only heat load in my room is an LCD TV and a computer. So the power consumption of the LCD TV plus the computer is about 145 watts. And this LCD TV alone consumes about 100 watts. So this is not one of those new LED TVs. This one has a cold cathode fluoro backlight instead of LEDs. And by the way, my computer remains turned on all the time, so this one will be turned on even at night when I'm not using it. And there are 2 people sleeping in this room, and this is pretty much all the heat load there is in the room. There are some LED lights, but I don't think LED lights count much because they don't consume that much power and they don't put out that much heat. And there is my laptop, and that is pretty much it. And lastly, I've set the temperature on the AC at 26 degrees Celsius. Now 26 is quite comfortable during summers, especially at night, and during daytime I keep the temperature at 27 degrees. And this is more of a personal choice. I feel 26-27 degrees is perfect for summers. So to measure how many units of electricity this AC has used, I bought this meter from Meco. This one is PowerGuard PG09, and I'll put the link down in the video description if you want this meter. But anyway, let me first explain to you guys what you're seeing on the LCD so that you guys can also make sense. So what you're seeing here on the LCD is the power factor, which is 0.992. Then on the bottom here, you're seeing the active power, which is represented in kilowatts. So 0.6 kilowatts is being consumed by the AC. Now if I press this button, it takes you to a different screen. So we have 2 numbers here. So the top part is the amps. This AC is pulling about 3 amps. Then the bottom one is something that we are interested in. The bottom one is active energy, which is represented in kilowatt hours. So this is what you're built for. So right now it is showing 1.2 units have been consumed. So let's check the time. So in about 1 hour and 20 minutes, we have consumed 1.2 units. So if you press on this one, it will show you the time. And this energy usage time only works when the AC is running. So if I turn the AC off, this counter will also stop. So this will let you know how much I've used the AC. Alright, so I've cleared out all the values. So this one is starting from 0. So 0 units and 0 hours and minutes. So we are starting this test from 1:50 AM. So let's take it as 2 AM. So 2 AM, 7th of June. And what I'll do is after 24 hours, I'll come back and I'll note down my daily usage, and I'll let you guys know how many hours I've used my AC, and most importantly, how many units of kilowatt hours I've consumed. So guys, here we are 24 hours later, and let's check our usage for 7th of June. So let's see energy usage time. So in 24 hours, I've used the AC for 15 hours and 12 minutes. And during that time, I have consumed 9.7 units kilowatt hours. Okay, so here you guys can see this is how I'll be noting down all the values. So you can see our energy usage time in 24 hours is over here. So this is for 7th of June. And these are our units consumed. And this is the outside temperature, maximum and minimum. And by the way, this is in degrees Celsius. Alright, so I've cleared all the values on the meter. and we are ready to record the data for 8th of June. Alright guys, it is the end of day number 2 and my usage for Saturday was, so let's see, I've used the AC for 12 hours and 36 minutes, and during that time I have consumed 9.2 units or 9.2 kilowatt hours. The usage is a little bit more today because the weather was hot. Alright, so now let me reset this and we'll be ready to record the next 24-hour usage. So once again, it has been 24 hours. Let's check the usage for Sunday. So let's see, energy usage time. I've used the AC for 10 hours on Sunday and my units consumed is 8.1 units. A little bit more consumption today because it's kind of hot. The maximum temperature today was 45 degrees Celsius, and use the AC only for 10 hours because it is Sunday. I was not at home, so yeah, that's why slightly less usage today, but the units consumed are slightly more because yeah, today is a little bit hot, and you can see it's consuming 835 watts to keep the room cool. So Monday is over. Let's check the usage for Monday. So I've used the AC for 17 hours out of 24 hours. That's because it was quite hot. And then I've used 14.5 units, and actually it is quite hot. Even at night it's 35 degrees Celsius. Yeah, night 2 a.m. it's still 35, and outside it's showing about 36.9. There might be some margin of error, but yeah, New Delhi touched 48 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it even made headlines. So guys, it is 2:10 a.m. once again, and I just came back home. I was out for the entire day, so my usage is not much for 11th of June, which is Tuesday. So I've used the AC for 5 hours and 34 minutes. That's only the nighttime usage, and I've consumed 5 units because it was quite a warm night and the AC was running at 1 kilowatt, and right now it's running at 1.5 kilowatts because I just turned it on, and the room temperature is 33 degrees Celsius now. For 12th June, Wednesday, I've used the AC for 7 hours and 23 minutes, and during that time I have consumed 5.7 units. Once again, the usage is slightly less because I wasn't at home during the daytime and during evening. On Thursday, 13th of June, I used my AC for 8 hours and 45 minutes and consumed 6.1 units or 6.2 because it's already 6.19. On Friday, 14th of June, I've used my AC for 15 hours and 55 minutes. I think we'll round this up to 16 hours, and we have consumed 13.8 units. It was a pretty hot day, I think 45 degrees Celsius, so that's why usage is quite a bit more today. On Saturday, 15th of June, I've used my AC for 8 hours 46 minutes and I've consumed 6.9 units. And again, it was a pretty darn hot day. I think the temperature was 45 degrees Celsius. And yeah, for Saturday the temperature was 45 degrees Celsius, and today it's going to be 40, and hopefully, as you can see, we will have some relief from hot summers in the coming days. But yeah, it's gonna climb up once again later next week. And as you can see, it is still freaking 34 degrees Celsius outside. Let's check this one. Yeah, this one shows 33.9. That is 34 degrees Celsius. 13 hours and 58 minutes of usage on 16th of June, which is Sunday, and we'll round this number up to 14 hours. It's already 13 hours 59 minutes, and we have consumed 8.8 units. See, the unit consumption is a little bit less today because the weather wasn't that hot. So here is the weather app. Let's see, on Sunday the maximum temperature was 37 degrees Celsius, and you can see the temperature has a direct impact on the energy consumption. Higher the temperature, the more energy you will consume to keep the room cool. On Monday, 17th of June, I've used my AC for 10 hours and 34 minutes and we have consumed 5.5 units. See, when the weather is nice, the energy consumption drops, and the AC is only using 460 watts to keep the room cool. That is because it's kind of raining outside. The outside temperature isn't that high. It is just 23 degrees Celsius. And yeah, it's going to be nice this week, so really happy that the heat wave is over. You know what? I've never seen this AC run at such a low power level. It's only using 262 watts. That's crazy. Anyway, for 18th of June, Tuesday, I've used my AC for 9 hours and 34 minutes and we have consumed 3.1 units. Just look at that consumption. I mean, once these walls have cooled down, once it has rained outside, these walls don't get hot. So that's why the energy consumption is so less. And Yeah, the temperature is also not that high outside. 9 hours of usage and 4.8 units consumed on 19th of June, Wednesday. So not that much of usage today. The weather was nice. So on 20th June, Thursday, I've used my AC for 14 hours 23 minutes and consumed 6.5 units. Let's round this number to 6.6. On 21st June, Friday, I've used my AC for 12 hours 45 minutes and consumed 7.4 units. Saturday, 22nd June's consumption is 8.5 units and I've used the AC for 13 hours and 10 minutes. And yeah, it has kind of become warm once again. So let's see. On Saturday, the maximum temperature was 41 and minimum was 29. On 23rd June, Sunday, I have used my AC for 9 hours and 43 minutes and consumed 5.2 units. And hopefully in the coming days, the weather will be nice. So you can see today, Monday, it will be 35 degrees and Tuesday 36, Wednesday 39. Yeah, it's going to climb up once again, but yeah. On 24th June, Monday, I have used my AC for 13 hours and 27 minutes. We'll round that up to 13 hours 30 minutes. And during that time, we have consumed 6.6 units. And look at the power consumption. It's only pulling 420 watts. Yeah, that is quite low. And also I'm running the AC at, let's see, 26 degrees Celsius instead of running this at 27 or 28. And no power saving mode turned on. 25th June, Tuesday, has seen a usage of 10 hours and 31 minutes and consumed 5.6 kilowatt hours. And looks like the weather is going to get hot once again in the coming days. Yeah, today it's going to be 41. Wednesday, 26th June, has seen a usage of 12 hours and 28 minutes. We'll round that number to 12 hours 30 minutes. And we have consumed 7.7 units. And yeah, the weather has become hot once again. So today's maximum was 41 degrees Celsius. And as you guys can see, yeah, it's gonna be a hot week. On 27th June, Thursday, I've used my AC for 13 hours and 50 minutes and consumed 9.6 units. Yeah, it was a hot day. And on Saturday, it's going to be again 44 degrees Celsius. Man, this summer has been particularly quite hot. 28th June, Friday, sees a usage of 16 hours and 28 minutes and unit consumption of 9.2 units. So I was at home today, so that's why 16 hours and 30 minutes of usage from out of 24 hours, and we have consumed 9.2 units. 29 June, Saturday, sees a usage of 10 hours and 43 minutes and a unit consumption count of 6.9 units. We will round this number to 7 units. And the AC is using about 620 watts to keep the room cool. And again, it's very hot right now considering it's 2 a.m. at night. It's 35 degrees Celsius. Let's check our thermometer. 35.6. So yeah, 30th June, Sunday, sees a usage of 12 hours and 21 minutes and a unit consumption count of 8.5 units. It's using 650 watts to keep the room cool. I've set the temperature to 26 degrees Celsius. And the outdoor temperature at 2 a.m. is 34.2 degrees Celsius. 1st of July, Monday, sees a usage of 12 hours and 39 minutes and a unit consumption count of 9 units. So yeah, it was a hot day. That's why the unit count is more. Right now using 650 watts to keep the room cool. And during daytime, the usage was about 1.2 kilowatts. 2nd July, Tuesday, sees a usage of 14 hours and 46 minutes and a unit consumption count of 10.2 units. 3rd July, Wednesday, sees a usage of 12 hours and 1 minute and a unit consumption count of 7.6 units. Yeah, the weather has become slightly better today. So the maximum temperature was, let's see, 38 and minimum was 32. So guys, 4th of July, Thursday, sees a usage of 12 hours and 14 minutes and a unit consumption count of 7. And take a look at this. I've set the temperature to 26 degrees. So right now it's 25.6. 46% humidity. Outside humidity is about 90. And the AC is only consuming 262 watts to maintain 26 degrees Celsius inside the room. And it rained yesterday. Actually, it's raining right now. It's drizzling outside. Outside temperature is a little bit warm, but yeah, not too hot. It's 30 degrees. And yes, if you guys are wondering, the compressor is actually running because I can feel cool air blowing from the AC. Yeah, so the outdoor fan is spinning, that means the compressor is running. 5th of July, Friday sees a usage of 13 hours and 1 minute and a unit consumption count of 5.7 units. Yeah, the weather is nice. The AC is using only 400 watts to keep the room cool. 6th July, Saturday sees a usage of 13 hours and 27 minutes and a unit consumption count of 6.4. Set the temperature to 24 degrees. Since it's monsoon, I like to keep the temperature a little bit lower in the monsoon season. And the outside temperature is 29 degrees, but take a look at that humidity, 77%. That's a lot. Okay, so it's been a month. My usage for 7th of July is I used the AC for 15 hours and 47 minutes. It was a Sunday, so I was at home, and I've consumed 7.8 units. Alright, so let's enter this number into the computer and we'll take it from there. Now, before we take a look at the total unit consumption count, I just want to say that you might get better or worse unit consumption count than what is shown over here. That's because there are a lot of variables involved when it comes to power consumption of an air conditioner. Even the most insignificant thing like opening the door frequently, that also causes the energy consumption to go up. And I'll just name a few of them. Number 1, the brand and the model of your inverter AC. Number 2, the age of your inverter AC. The newer inverter AC models consume less power, and mine is about 3.5 years old, so do keep that in mind. Newer ones are more efficient. Number 3, maintenance of your inverter AC. You must keep the condenser and the filters clean for the best energy efficiency. And also you should set the indoor unit fan to medium or high depending on how comfortable you are with the noise levels. And then make sure to keep the indoor unit dust filter clean so that there's maximum airflow over the cold evaporator coils. Number 4, the size of your room. My room is about 163 square feet. If you have a smaller room, your AC will consume less power. If you have a big room, then your AC will consume more power because there is more area to cool down. Number 5, number of people in the room and the heat load. Number 6, how well your room is insulated. My room is pretty well insulated and sealed, so that helps keeping the energy consumption down. Number of windows and the doors you've got, and the number of sun-facing walls in your room. Typically, if you live on the top floor, your ceiling will also get warm. I live on the top floor, by the way, so my ceiling and this front wall gets direct sunlight. Then you should also properly close all the doors and windows in your room while you use your AC. Just make sure that the cold air does not leak out from anywhere. Number 8, the temperature you set your AC to. I usually run my AC at 26 degrees Celsius during summers. If you set a lower temperature like 22 degrees, then you will use a lot more power. So keep the AC at an appropriate temperature. The goal of having an air conditioner is to feel comfortable, not freeze to death. And lastly, the most important thing, the outdoor temperature. If the outdoor temperature is very high, then your AC will consume more power to cool down your room. Also, as a standard practice, whenever you get your AC installed, have it installed in a location where it does not receive direct sunlight, because in direct sunlight it will get quite hot, and if the outdoor unit gets very hot, the efficiency will drop because there won't be enough heat removal from the refrigerant in the condenser coils. And not to mention, the inverter drive is in the outdoor unit, and on a 45-degree day, the surface receiving direct sunlight is well above 50 degrees Celsius. So you can imagine how hot does the inverter PCB get. So it's best to have your inverter AC installed in a location where there is a shade. That will prolong the life of your inverter AC, and your AC will be more efficient. Righto, so here we are guys, and as you can see, I've punched in all the numbers. So our total kilowatt hour consumption count comes to 236.9 kilowatt hours. And if you want to know how much it costs to run this AC for 1 month, multiply this number with the rate of electricity that the power company charges you for. Now it's really not that simple because some states have this variable rate. So for first 200 units we are charged 3 rupees, 200 to 400 units 4.50 rupees, and so on so forth. So there is this brilliant website, so you might want to go to this website and check out different rate slabs for all the states. I'll put this link down in the video description. I'm not going to show you, I want you to go to this website and check it out yourself. And they also have this online electricity bill calculator. This is a brilliant little tool, and I have already calculated mine. This was for the month of May. So in May we consumed 581 units single phase. We have 5 kilowatt sanctioned load, and this is our power company. And if you click submit, it's gonna calculate and it's gonna show you, and this is 100% accurate. So yeah, like I've said, we have this variable rate thingy going on. According to your state, you might wanna check it out on the website on this page. And this 581 units is for the entire house, so that includes 2 inverter ACs. Inverter ACs are really efficient, so even if you use them a lot, as you can see from this list, I use my AC quite a lot. I think I average around 12 to 13 hours a day, so that's quite a lot. But yeah, the energy consumed by the AC is not much because it's an inverter AC and it's quite energy efficient. I think we have never consumed over 650 units. That's including 2 ACs. No matter how much you run them, haven't gone above 650 units. And from now on, it's going to become a little bit cool, but yeah, humidity kind of goes crazy in the month of July, August and September. So it's going to be quite hot and stuffy. But one thing I want to show you is that temperature has a direct impact on the energy consumption. And for example, let's take 14th of June. I used my AC for 15 hours 55 minutes and consumed 13.8 units, and it was a 45 degrees Celsius day. And if we scroll over here, on 7th of July, I've used my AC for 15 hours and 47 minutes, about the same. But take a look at that unit consumption count, only 7.8 units. That's because it was a 35 degrees Celsius day. And consistently, I've noticed if the temperature stays around 40 degrees, the unit consumption count is not that much. As soon as the temperature crosses 42 degrees Celsius, the power consumption just goes crazy. And you can also see that from this 10th of June, 17 hours and 17 minutes usage and 14.5 units consumed. And there are many ways you can conserve energy while still enjoying the comfort of air conditioning. Also, I've made a video on how to save electricity with an AC. Do check that out. The video link is right here. Guys, that wraps it up. I hope this video gives you a little insight on how much does it cost to run a 1.5 ton 4-star rated inverter AC in New Delhi during peak summers. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.